Okay, it's Friday morning, so you know what that means. That's right, Donald Trump got his ass handed to him in court yet again. There have been something like 350 lawsuits filed since Inauguration Day, and Donald Trump has lost like over 300 of them. But whatever, this is about Harvard. Unlawful many times over. Judge issues a big win for Harvard in Trump lawsuit. So a few days ago, the Trump administration announced that they were revoking Harvard's ability to enroll foreign students coming from other countries who are here on legal student visas to attend Harvard University. Federal judge blocked that order from the administration this morning, calling the order a blatant violation of the United States Constitution. Harvard filed an emergency petition this morning, Friday morning, in Boston federal court, and U.S. District Judge Allison Burroughs issued a temporary restraining order just a couple hours later, freezing Trump's policy against Harvard. Quote, revoking Harvard's certification is unlawful many times over. It is a pillar of our constitutional system that the government cannot invoke legal sanctions and other means of coercion to police private speech, especially when the government's treatment is animated by viewpoint discrimination, disagreeing with that speech. The government's effort to punish Harvard for its refusal to surrender its academic independence and for its perceived viewpoint is a patent violation of the First Amendment to the Constitution. White House spokesperson Abigail Jackson dismissed Harvard's lawsuit as frivolous. You probably should have waited a couple hours on that one, Abigail. She said the following: if only Harvard cared this much about ending the scourge of anti-American, anti-Semitic, pro-terrorist agitators on their campus, they wouldn't be in this situation to begin with. Harvard should spend their time and resources on creating a safe environment on campus instead of filing frivolous lawsuits. So here's a good reminder of a TikTok that I made earlier this morning where I simply said that anti-Zionism and anti-Semitism are two different things. CNN's Eli Honig, said the temporary restraining order was a significant win for the university. This is a big win for Harvard. It's temporary, but it's very significant. What this says is the court is blocking the Trump administration from blocking Harvard from bringing in international students. In other words, as of this moment, it's back to the status quo, and Harvard may continue to bring in international students. So one of the criteria that judges look at when issuing a temporary restraining order is the likelihood of success of the plaintiffs, in this case Harvard, on the merits of the case. And because this action on the Trump part of the Trump administration is so blatantly unconstitutional, it's very, very likely that Harvard will succeed on the merits of their case when there is a full hearing on their motion for a permanent restraining order against the Trump administration. So, and yet again, it's like we see just a blatant display of what happens when you hire people to be a part of your presidential administration because they are loyal to you, as opposed to hiring people who are competent at what they do. Donald Trump has surrounded himself with lawyers in his second administration who are loyal to him. They are objectively terrible, terrible attorneys. They suck. And because they suck is the reason why Donald Trump is losing so many lawsuits and restraining order petitions and gets orders from judges like this. The attorneys that Donald Trump has surrounded him with in his second term are objectively some of the shittiest lawyers in the United States of America.